Hello everyone and welcome to State of the Realm, your weekly Final Fantasy XIV podcast. We got through without a gray screen in the opener, but we had no audio to follow it up. So we're just going to dive right in and get started with the show. This week, well, welcome to Nest. We've been having a lot of new guests on the show and a couple that have been pretty often requested, I'd say. Sly, since they know you're here already. Yeah, pretty often requested. It's definitely been the members of Nest, and so today we will be joined by two of them to talk about Nest videos and just have a laugh. But I am one of your hosts, Michael, Mr. Happy Poveromo, and of course joining me is Slyh, aka Slythefox, aka Slyh, aka Greyfox, aka you my boy Blue. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. Some people are saying that the audio got kind of messed up for some reason. I don't know. Nothing's changed, so I don't know why the audio would have changed in the last 2 seconds of going through the video, but it did. So we'll probably just have to go in and do some adjustments while we are getting started. So Slyh, why don't you introduce our two guests for the day?
Well, with us we have a few members of Nest, Drak, who a lot of you know as well, and Rhaya. Welcome.
Hey. Thank you for having us.
I do the switch over and I just see Rhaya in the mist, and it really makes me really happy to see. I don't know why. I'm sorry that there won't be a text box popping up every time he says words. Unfortunately,
we would need to get Drak to do that himself, and yeah, that's a lot of.
He didn't even bring a shirt to the show. Like that's how comfortable he is in the Nest right now.
That's usual Rhaya fare for us, is just not having a shirt.
I mean, when you have a tattoo like that, it's not a full sleeve, but you kind of want to make sure everybody gets a good look at it. So
we can do it in post. Everything Rhaya says, we can just actually put the little text box in there. So Habs, get on that.
Let me just type that up in the middle of the stream and have that done for the end of the stream. Mm-hmm. No problem.
No, for the yub tubs.
Dude, for the yub tubs, I don't think I could manage that, man. I'm not a wizard.
Just pull a Matt Hilton, just transcribe everything as it's being said. Hit it as fast as you can.
I don't know how he does it. Like, I seriously,
he's a madman. I don't know.
He's been doing it for a long time. Let's just put it that way. So, gentlemen, thank you for coming on the show this week. Drak, you and I had been talking about doing something together, and specifically I had wanted to get you and any Nest members who are able to join the show, so I'm glad we were finally able to arrange that. I'm sorry for being completely wrong about everything I said about the monk job quests in the last conversation.
Oh yeah, I was like, I don't think this is exactly what he was talking about. This is a little different, but at the same time, I wasn't spoiled, so it kind of worked out. But I still enjoyed it for the most part. I'm still not happy that they call it the pacifist gear. It doesn't make sense to me, but that's probably the only thing aside from the quest line that I didn't like.
I saw the wrong person. That's all it was. I saw the words come from the wrong person. That's all it came down to.
Yeah, so before we actually get into the main crux of the show and everything, which really we don't have a crux of the show. We're just going to probably shoot the shit a lot, but
as if I don't make us do that all the time, Slyh.
All the time, yeah, pretty much. We always ask our guests what their experience has been like with Stormblood, so we wanted to ask you, what have your experiences been with Stormblood? What do you like? What don't you like?
You want to take this one first, Ryan?
Sure, why not? I guess, the part of Stormblood that I've been doing the most really is probably the dungeons, because actually it was just, this morning, I got finally every job to level 70, finishing off with Warrior, and the part that I noticed most was the incredible job imbalance that happened in the beginning, where you saw, like, the Machinists and Dragoons that, I don't know, they were so underpowered, and I felt really bad, and that was what I was really curious about, and so I did Machinist and Dragoon eventually. I think I did Machinist after the buffs, but I started Dragoon before them, and it like the struggle to try to actually deal good damage, like to actually like try to optimize your rotation in any way you possibly could. because that's what I always try for. I'm not gonna be able to put maximum effort, not like hardcore raid effort, but just something so I can like really try to kill something in a dungeon. And I'm like, I feel like I'm putting so much effort into these particular jobs, and I'm just not getting like the output that's coming from it compared to like when I would play on a black mage or a bard or a monk or a samurai, and I would just be like, oh, I just press these buttons, go through my rotation. It's really intuitive on these particular classes, and I just, the enemies blow up. They're just dying, and I can actively see them dying. And I felt like the effort to do that same thing on jobs like Machinist and Dragoon at the time were really tough.
Yeah.
Hold on, Rhaya, before anything.
Listen, I needed to do it somehow.
That's so hard.
I don't know if you can see it.
Son of a bitch.
Could you see it, Rhaya? But he was making, he was making, like your character, like
yeah.
I just kept resizing him to make it look like he was talking. All right.
Are you gonna do that every time?
I don't think I'm going to remember to do it every time, nor will I want to do it.
Then you ruined it.
I'll still do it if he gets really heated, Like just.
Oh my god.
It's rare that I have the ability to do this, and I feel like it added something to the show.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, Drak.
It's so hard to. I tried for you.
Do you want me to resize you every time you talk also, Slyh? Would that make you feel better?
No.
Oh, jeez Louise. Okay, that was fantastic. Yeah. But I was like, Rya's making some really good points here, and all I can see is his character just sizing up. Like, I haven't seen him talk like that before. But my experience with Stormblood is I like Samurai. I like Samurai.
Put that on a shirt and sell it.
I like Samurai. The job itself, people are trying so hard. Like with Monk, it used to be like, oh, you're pulling Monk numbers because you'd see like warriors or paladins hitting their spirits within or fell cleave for these huge numbers, and then I'd get a crit and be like, oh yeah, I got my boot shine. They're like, that's cute. I'm like, it's good for me, okay? So can you just step off for a bit? And so then that became a meme, and now everybody's just like, oh, you don't have utility. I was like, I'm bringing damage to the group, all right? I was like, you pass me in the parse, and then maybe we'll talk.
So that hasn't changed. I was going to get to that later, but that hasn't changed where you go from one job in Heavensward who really didn't have utility but had like a fuck ton of damage to the next job who has no utility.
Pretty much.
Exactly. Thank you. Someone's saying it.
It's
everybody
his preferred
has said
play
it.
style.
I like it. It's good.
He doesn't want you to have any fun. He's trying to have fun.
Right.
I am trying out. I'm going to try and get Ninja in there a little later because I do want to be able to help.
Give me damage. Thank you.
Yeah. Slyh, he's not going to use Ifrit. Fuck you. Anyway.
But yeah, I just think I've said this. I said this on the podcast that you and I were on, Mike, where we were talking about how Red Mage and Samurai came out, and I just feel like the kit is so well done. It works with a lot of the mechanics. You can really, not a whole lot of it is useless. Third Eye is really painful to use with that really short window, but other than that, it's not anything worth like throwing the job away for. But it had a lot of things that I wish Monk had gotten. Has the range attack, has a disengage, has a way to make use of what you're like. If you're not using your send, turn it into Kenki, or save it for the next thing and wait for the next part of your opener. And where Monk is just like, oh well, I guess you dropped everything, but you got your chakra. And
to be fair, you shouldn't drop Grease Lightning in any of the Savage fights if you do it right. Like I think every single one you can keep Grease Lightning 3 the entire fight if you do it correctly.
I think you're correct in that. I haven't taken Monk through there, but I was more like referring to like before or
level 60.
Susano. Susano doesn't like stacks or anything. I tried Monk. I was like, all right, I'm gonna give it a shot in this end game content. Or pseudo end game. I'm not sure how the extremes kind of play into what the community considers it, but
I like how you went to call Primal's end game and you stopped yourself.
I just that's yeah. So it's that stepping stone into some of the stuff a little bit more challenging than at least the normals, obviously. I don't know. I'm trying to dig myself out of a hole that I feel I threw myself into.
That video from 3 days ago made the normal modes look
yeah.
look pretty good.
Well, yeah, when we're actively trying to fight against each other as well as fight against the boss, it makes it a little bit more, it has an extra flair to it. And that Lakshmi fight is still my favorite because of what I'm able to put Rhaya through.
Oh my god.
So
You and Corey, I keep Tactician not for actual TP, but just because random shirks.
Man, you want to talk about rescues and shirks? I could have a conversation about that.
Oh yeah, just wait till the extreme videos. You'll see plenty of that. My avatar is just going to be Pillar of Salt. So pissed off at Seabass through that whole fucking thing.
The most frustrating one for me is at the very beginning during Perfect Balance. It doesn't kill me, but that's the #1 rescue that has frustrated me beyond all. It's like, oh, what's that? Perfect Balance, huh? And then both healers do it during the duration of Perfect Balance.
I would be livid.
Please.
I'd be so angry. I might alt F4 at that point. Like, I would just be so fucking fed up with that. If Seabass did that to me, because that's another reason I didn't want to do. I think Meikyo Shisui is the only thing that they could do that to me now. But like, I was thinking about going on Monk in my opener and just being taken away right before that last Grease Lightning, like that last Snap Punch or whatever, and then just it's all gone. And I know where he lives now, so I can hop on that plane and just chase his ass down. But yeah, I was just like, don't do it to me or I'll be pissed the fuck off. Unfortunately, nothing on Samurai is like, you can recover pretty well on that job. Nothing like, if you die, I've died in fights and gotten back to the top of the parse still. And granted, that plays into a little bit of other people's skill in that particular fight, but it's not something where I hear about Dragoon or Summoner where you die, it's over. You're done. You just have to wait another 4 or 5 minutes, sit on your hands, and then just wait to get that burst off and hope the weakness doesn't take its revenge one more time to bring you back down. So I think that's I'm not a fan of that. But it's another thing. Monk's just really easy to troll because if you're getting back there, I've got that 1 second, gonna get that clutch Grease Lightning refresh on your Snap Punch, and then zip, and fuck.
Man, let me just say that there's a lot of things you can be rescued into and killed on in Susanoo. That cleave especially is mighty dangerous.
Yeah. Yeah. But I was disappointed in a few things with Monk for Stormblood. I wish they'd still given us a ranged attack. I would have sacrificed a couple chakra. Yeah, just boom, 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 boom. Just not super high potency. Obviously, your global cooldowns are better, but give you something to do while you're not hitting the boss. I'm thinking back to A12 when you're running away from it all the time or trying to stack on certain things. Just having that extra DPS uptime would have been nice. But, it is what it is, and hopefully in the next expansion they'll revisit it, give it some more TLC. I like what they did with the chakra. The 62 trait is fantastic. Brotherhood, I think, could probably last a little longer. I don't feel like I get the most out of it. Maybe I'm using it wrong. So I'll give it the leeway that it might be a me issue. But everything else, the tackle mastery, I'm not a huge fan of. I didn't think.
Listen,
I thought it was a little.
Everyone talks shit about tackle mastery. Can we just accept that it was a 30 potency buff to shoulder tackle at the very least? Like, if it's nothing else, it was a 30 potency buff to shoulder tackle.
Okay, I'll give you that. I'll give you that. I just, even with, like, I have my ways of like how I would think. If you're going to go that route, Square, maybe you could do it this way. But people were just like, oh, it's really Tackle of Earth is really handy. I'm like, why would I want to blank shot myself? It doesn't make sense.
Well, who has ever told you that's useful?
On my Twitter, people were like, Tackle of Earth is really handy. I'm like, if they switched it around and gave the double tackle from wind to earth so that you knocked it away and then came back in, so you get that double hit, so it's an interrupt. I don't know why that you would just not do the stun with Fists of Fire, but
You're suddenly undoing all the things you're saying. Like, yeah, why don't they just... Oh, but then there's no reason. Okay, never mind.
Yeah. Like, that's the only thing that I could think of them, the only, like, salvageable thing. And then at the same time, it's like, just don't do it at all. And it would have been fine altogether.
Mhm.
So, or give Fist of Wind an extended range so you can make it back to the boss when you're across the map for whatever reason. So if you're optimizing melee DPS, it's not going to be an issue anyway. But anyway, I don't know. Just the things that I try and help them out and justify some of the things. But
Try and help him out. Pick up the red phone. Hey, you guys need some help? All right.
there's certain things. But I see a few things with the balancing that I think could be addressed, because it is difficult watching our members struggle in certain parts that otherwise weren't an issue, like in Heaven's Word and stuff like that. Like kind of Rhaya was saying. Dungeon design I think is really cool. I like the progression through Stormblood. The everything was just a lot of fun. Stormblood was amazing story-wise. Already talked with you about what the changes to story or whatever we would have liked to see and all that stuff. But other than that, I think they did a good job.
We'll be here a whole nother show if we got to have that discussion again.
I know. I was having fun listening. I was just kind of like sitting back, and you and Ethis were going back and forth like, sorry, but you're wrong, or I disagree with this. How I think they should have done it. Well, okay, I see what you're saying, but what I think they should have done, I'm just like, I'm kind of in the middle. It's okay. It was pretty cool. So.
Yeah, well, Ethis is a Muppet, so don't listen to him.
Oh, great! You're giving us a new show. Thanks, Mike. Yeah. So, for people who may not know you two or Nest in general, can you give us a brief or not so brief, history of Nest, how you started, where you're at now?
I've got an idea. Before we do that, why don't we show them what Nest is all about?
Please.
By all means.
Please.
Yes. I mean, they can already see one face, and now they're going to see how that face works against all these other faces. All right. So let me see here. We've got a clip here from this is A12 Savage. This is the best of Rhaya, of course. Ryzen, Morv, and Hans. So this is I'm looking forward to this. So what do you say we show them?
Go for it.
Do it.
All right.
All right, and then get in, and Cat, get off my computer.
I mean, we don't have baby boss ability tonight, so apparently Cat must be boss.
What is she doing? What the fuck is going on? Oh my god. What's going on? She turned on the stupid, like, every time a button is pressed down, the computer voice tells me what was pressed. Everyone remember where they go? Nope.
Yep.
Nope.
Sure, a place.
I go home every night.
Like, my gap closer wasn't up when it was supposed to be, and animation locked me at the wrong spot.
I could just hear it Hans head. Don't jump. Don't jump.
I thought all Dragoons in their head just kind of said, blame it on animation lock. Blame it on animation lock.
I thought it was must clean the floor. Must clean the
Floor
floor.
is filthy.
I thought it was
All
dirt,
are
dirt, dirt.
correct.
All right, that was a pretty good preview going in. We could honestly, it's a 14-minute video. So if we try to play through the whole thing, that's like a fourth of the show right there, pretty much.
But yeah, those ones were pretty long.
Yeah, I definitely say so. The cat pressed what button? Do you know what button that is? Did you Google it afterwards? What button that would have to have been for the cat to press it?
I have no idea. He's on a Mac, so it's a whole other thing, like what he's doing.
Yeah,
so
a whole other thing is right.
Yeah. So he's yeah, that hasn't happened since. Though the cat has unplugged his computer a few times. And yeah, the cat has been a recurring theme in a few different fights. And so we're about to reenact our old rule from my past raid group of no cats in raid. Just stick it up on the door.
If the cat ever messes with stuff, the cat should, like, the cat from Alexander should, like, appear in his pop-up. It's like the damn cat, and then the cat's just like this on its back.
Yeah. So that's been fun. Been a good time.
Oh my god! And at that time too, I was so triggered when that happened because we're trying to like clear it before Echo comes out, and we're like, just clear this, just get this done. We got to get as far as we can. And then Ray's is just dying, and I'm like, oh my god, please, fucking cat.
Oh man. So yeah. That's a pretty good look into what we've got. Your character just spazzing out right now.
I don't even care if it clips in. I don't even care if it clips into the other cameras.
So like I said, I had a previous raid group, and that was with Jesse and Seabass. Jesse was our off tank. Seabass was still healing, and things fell apart there. Some drama happened, and then I was still playing because I still enjoyed the game on its own. I tried some raiding on the side, getting some other groups together. Those all fell apart from other reasons. You know how raiding is. And Seabass eventually came back. I was like, oh, where's Jesse? And then Jesse eventually came back, and then they brought in Corey and Mike and Steve and Craig. And then I had Uni as another healer. So we had a full 8-man team just from people that they knew. So it was a rare instance where people had been raiding together before from like WoW and wanted to raid in another game, and they were all friends and for the most part funny and fun to hang around.
For the most part.
For the most part, you have the off-camera things where people are like kind of poking at each other and getting on each other's nerves and things escalating, and then wanting me to step in and mediate where I didn't feel like it should be my responsibility to do so, and then lashes out, and then I'm just like, okay, no, and then they leave. And yeah, just a few things, and people being less than friendly from what I've shown on the videos. I have a whole other persona that a whole other role that I have to fill. When,
serious track.
Yeah, it's I'm not I can't be the fun police. People don't like that. But Jesse was like kind of filling that void for me. But I'm definitely the person go-between for everybody. Like if there are issues, and I'm trying to figure out the best way to handle those issues between people, and if it like requires removing somebody, the best possible way to do that where everybody's like the least amount of burn by the end of it. But anyway, when we first got everybody together, we had our jokes where in the previous raid group, every time Ravensbeak happens, I want to hear like a squeaky toy or an explosion happen every time he gets hit by that, and just see the tank buster and his health go down. And so that was one of the jokes. I was like, oh, I do video editing, and I like the comedy video editing. So I did one. I showed the group, which is the first T9 derp that I did. And they're like, oh, you should throw it up on the subreddit. I'm like, the subreddit doesn't like me. And they're like, oh, it's fine. You should do it. And so I threw it up there, and they actually liked it, which is an anomaly. And they've continued to like the stuff that I put up there for the most part. There are some people that, you know, the obligatory downvotes, less and less people are vocalizing it.
God, their comedy's so cringeworthy.
Yeah, cringeworthy. It's so annoying, and I'm like, I don't disagree with you, okay? I'm not gonna sit here and argue like, well, you just don't have a sense of humor. I get it. I get that what we do isn't for everybody, and I understand that if it's not for you, I'm not gonna force it down your throat. All I throw up on the subreddit is a thumbnail for people to be like, oh, check this out, and then they look at it and then they get out, or they sub, or whatever. It's like, I'm not trying to be like, well, you should like it. It's a good, shows the good part of the community. It's just us being dumb, and it shows the fun that we have in otherwise very stressful situations. It's something that, as far as entertaining people, it's something that we can look back on and be like, the fight was really tough. It put us through some stress, but at the same time, we had a good time doing it. And that's what I want to focus on, is that we're still having fun. Even if we have to have our serious moments, we have to buckle down. We have to have talks with people. If we have to just being really like come down on numbers or whatever, just really get into the thing that is a part of raiding. If you want to do progression, it's not all fun, and sometimes your friends have to have that thick skin so you can approach them and be like, hey, we need you to step up or change this or that, or, you know, some things that people don't always see, but that's the comedy that I always want. So through people not being that way, we've had some vacancies. over the past couple of years, and then people come in and fill. Rhaya came in. Okay, you replaced when Mike had to leave, so that was A5, right? Yep. Or was that Thornton?
No,
you
A5.
Came with us a few times with Thornton with Neum.
Yeah, but I think I was temporary replacement at the time.
Yeah.
A5 is when I came in, like, 2 weeks before the clear?
Probably.
As the permanent member?
Yeah, and then when Neum and Barry left, I brought in Raisin and Hans. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then because Morph came in as well for A5, and now Morph has stepped down, and now we have Corey's girlfriend, Savannah, who you guys will be seeing more of in the videos.
Man, you want someone to give some shit to Corey, like bring his girlfriend in, of all people.
Oh, it's really fun because it's really fun. I think the other day he was giving her shit, and she's just in the back because they're in the same room right now. They're visiting each other, or he's visiting her, and so he's on the mic, and then she's in the background, and he does a thinking emoji. So he'll just do this, and it triggers the shit out of her. It's just like, shut the fuck up, you stupid retard. So from the background, just her calling him a retard and a dumbass, and it's really fantastic. And she's known them for a while, so her cooperating with Seabass is easier, and she's ready to not put up with anybody's crap if that comes to it. But she's also a sweetheart, and she's really fun to hang out with. So yeah, I'm confident when she came in, we actually progressed substantially in 03. And this week we've been doing 2 days a week, 2 hours a day, which is hardly any time at all. But I mean, they've got work and school with different members. Not everybody can make a career out of this. I don't know why. It's super easy. And so so we've finally been able to switch it to 2 days, 3 hours a week. So we're getting an extra day in there, kind of, sort of. So hopefully we're going to see it clear. And we've just been gearing more towards, focusing on the progression of it. Still, we want to have fun. That's the whole point of it. We're not calling people stupid. We're not calling people trash. We're not sending people hiking if they don't pull the right numbers for this or that. We're very much about, we're going to help you out. We're going to keep it going. As long as you're ready to receive it and we see that you are making steps to improve, you're good. And that's, as long as we're still having fun in that regard, that's kind of our mentality on it. But when people are just like, no, I don't want to improve, kind of a thing, or no, I don't want this or that, it's or get way too offended when it's brought up. That's when we have to be like, okay, we want to have fun, but we want to clear, so we're gonna have to go in different directions here. But I'll let Ryan talk a little bit now on his experience through everything.
He'll let you talk.
Yeah, great. Thanks, Drak.
I won't stop talking, otherwise I have to consciously be like, stop it.
I'm just writing it through, and I'm like, yeah, okay, that seems accurate. Yeah. Pretty much from what I remember. I mean, joining it on A5, so I've been around for, this will be the third tier then? Yeah, third tier. Mm-hmm. And A5, A6, like that was rough. A6 was nasty, and we did not do well. Like, I know, legitimately not a single member performed well in A6. Not a single one of us were able to get through that coherently and well. But then when we got together for 9 through 12, like that's when I thought we really brought things together.
Okay, and I will say something about the A6. I had us do as soon as we cleared the first blaster, is the first one, and then we did the spots for Vortexer. Right after we practiced that and got people doing that, people actually did it. And so I will say that a few of us had it together. A few of us did.
Okay.
But it was really, really unpleasant and really, really rough, though. I will give you that.
A6 gave a lot of people trouble.
Right. Though that's just it. Like, I'm not saying A6 was like an easy fight and we failed. Like, A6 was awful. And we each had like different people had like hard parts at different places. Like, like for me, the part that I hated the most was the first fight blaster. And we were doing the line method forever. And I'm like, please, dear God, as a bard, I do not want to go into the line. Just YOLO it, please. And all the melee, so the tanks and the melee DPS are all like, no, we gotta do line method. So, line up so all the things go in the same direction and we go on the other side. And I'm just like, can we not, please? I really don't want to move. I'm a caster now, and I really don't want to get in a line. But then it's just like we move into, orb phase, and now it's like, okay, now we gotta get these stuns off in different phases, and we gotta get this and that done, and then we move into the third one with all the AoE damage. It's like, all right, stack up tight. Hey, you over there, stack up tight. Oh, and then they're dead. And we're like, please. Yeah. So now healers are having troubles with people, and then we get to Vortex and literally everyone just starts killing themselves. That's just how that went. But then, A9 though, when we got through that, we did A9 in I think 2 weeks, and then we did A10 in another 2 weeks.
No, A9 was the recycled penis, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one took
that grows arms.
2 days. That took 2 days. And then,
oh, that's right. Yes, we did the first week.
Yeah, and then same with A10, I think took 2.5 days. Those two didn't take very long.
Yeah, we got
11. On the other hand,
a month or two.
That was probably closer to 2 months. Yeah.
Yeah. And then 12 took a while, but
I liked 12 way more than 11.
True.
Everybody does.
Yeah. 12 was fun. That was straight up fun. But yeah, 12 we did it before Echo, and that's pretty much all we remember is we did it before Echo was released, and we're calling that good.
Yeah, we got a couple weeks. We thought that they were gonna, because they were doing a patch, and so we put in another extra day, like the day before the patch was going out, and we nailed it. And then the patch came out, and it was like, no Echo. Or I was like, oh.
That's right.
So it was it was fun though. It was really good.
Yes.
So we made that progress, and that was when we started using like FF logs, and we were all learning how to, or like Raisin's in a much more progressive or progress oriented. I don't know. You would call them hardcore, Rhaya?
Yeah. You mean his group on Leviathan? Yeah, well, yeah, they're much more, hit the numbers. They're all fantastic players. I've played them all before, and they all are very, hit the numbers, popping pots at the right time, always using the top tier food they possibly can, and like pushing phases here and there. They're fantastic, and so they usually clear things well before we do. I think what they did 01 and 02 the first week, and then 03 in like 2 or 3 weeks. So Raisin's always helping out, which is actually really awesome.
Yeah, so he brought kind of in that experience and was like, hey, you guys can do this, or tanks, if you position this would be better, and healers, if you're managing your mana this way, then you won't be out by halfway through the fight kind of a thing. And so that's something that I wanted to keep. And so we kind of adopted that, and it's been a weird balance trying to keep it where we're like, yeah, we're that mid-core, we're not going to take things too seriously, we're not going to beat down on people for messing up a little bit here or there, not having the top tier numbers. But we do want to make sure that everybody is actively trying to better themselves and progress. And that's the goal. We're trying to progress and beat the fights on content as much as we can, whether or not you're always going to have the people. And we talked about this before, where it's you can beat it if people don't like you, which a lot of people don't like us. For whatever reason, like we wronged them somehow, but we could beat it within the first couple weeks, and then you'd have people coming out of the woodwork. Oh, looks like this tier was too easy. This is how you can tell when Square is really toning it down for casuals. And it can be the hardest fight ever, and people will.
You want to hear my story with that?
Absolutely.
I was world 6th on 8-3 Savage. We beat it before weapons were available. And that comment was brought up from our group beating it. And I was like, sometimes you might be able to get away with that comment. I don't know if this is one of those moments where you really want to be that guy saying that.
Yeah. So.
Well, I'm going to get a little more in depth into rating because, like you said just a couple seconds ago, you consider yourself to be mid-core. How do you feel about rating right now in Stormblood in comparison to what we saw in Heaven's Ward?
I like where it's at. I feel like it's in a good, challenging spot. I've really enjoyed the fights. I honestly thought 1 and 2 of Omega could have been more. I do think that 02 Savage was very interesting. They put in a lot of mechanics in there that were very fun to do, though I don't know if it was just the atmosphere for me or just that, I don't know, something about it was off, but at the same time, I still had fun learning that fight, whereas 01 Savage was just like, did we just beat it? Is it? Okay, I guess we're done. And then moving on, it was like, took 45 minutes. That I think was too easy. But as far as like, we're still able to get into the fight like 03 Savage, which has a ton of stuff to learn and super punishing, but super rewarding. And it feels like a really good fight. I feel like at least the first 2 fights have been lower than, a little lower anyway than Creator. And I think like pushing it to Midas levels, I'm hoping that they push it up to Midas levels at least in the next tier. But so far, I think 03 has been really, really fun, and I'm really looking forward to 04 Savage. And,
you'll have fun with 04.
I've seen a few things.
It's gonna be interesting.
I was watching Mary's stream yesterday, and I saw when you were talking with Larry the other day talking about raid phase. I just saw it the whole time. He just looked dead inside because they kept wiping on like the same parts, and he's just like just through the whole fight.
Last week we had raid face. We did. See, you guys don't get to really have raid face because you guys are talking the whole time.
I have it a lot because a lot of other people are calling out, and I want to make jokes sometimes, but I have to read the room. And because sometimes I've had I'll say something and then Rhaya will be like, shut the fuck up for a second, and then we'll just go into the next phase because people gotta focus. And he's right, because if we don't focus in that part, somebody's going to wipe the group. And so
or you could just be just like Jesse and Seabass and just, the game is going on. Let's jump into each other's panels for a little while. I'm like, 10 fucking seconds ago, you just said you're lagging. Why are you messing around? Okay, you're gonna kill us, and we're dead. Thank you.
Yeah.
Triggered bond relief.
Yeah, that was so. But we've been adjusting to that. I don't know how you feel that. Like, you haven't said as far as like I know your expectations right now, Rhaya, but I don't know how you feel about how this compares.
Well, you mean compared to the Alex raids?
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, you said you hope they give to like, Midas level difficulty. In some ways I agree. I just don't want to see the second fight be the one that is the raid killer, because I would like to be able to get gear, even if we do and groups struggle. And I think other groups might feel the same way, that if your group struggles on our particular fight, it sucks when it's the second fight, so that way all you have is accessories and a belt. And I couldn't still, like, that part sucks, and I would love to be able to get a nice set of gear and like just be out the chest piece. Like, if you could do so many fights for so long, like, I would hate to like only have accessories. I would like to be able to have at least a decent set of gear and then be able to compensate where I can with the tombstone stuff. So, I mean, that part I agree, but also it's like, I just don't want the second fight being the one that's the killer. In terms of 03 though, so 03 was really fun on normal mode, but then on Savage, there is no like sand phase. There's no like Pokemon skate around phase.
Yeah.
And that makes me really sad, because I was really hoping for something really cool and Savage.
Dude, I had a fantasy of how it was going to play out.
Me too. I'm like, this is going to be so fun.
There's going to be antlions that are going to be like going different paths. You got to know the timing to go between the islands.
There's going to be a bottomless pit. Like, you go into the wrong path, you just die.
There's going to be like buffs you have to collect and pass them to the right people, so you make sure you go through the puzzle. Like, they're going to go crazy with, and it's gone.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I'm like, where is it? We don't get to do this at all?
She just threw up on the floor, and then that's the new mechanic.
Oh, please. Okay, but in terms of actually what they did add, though, the animal farm, though, okay, that is an interesting mechanic. I thought that was something really cool added. Animal farm was something I really enjoyed because I always want to see something new in a mechanic, not just recycled old things that just look a little different. And so, yeah, animal farm, super fun to do, super interesting. O2, Drak, I actually agree. I agree in some ways in that it was simple, but I do like the newness sort of feel about it. Especially that we saw a mechanic that we died a couple times because we were refusing to look up how to do this. We were like, we can figure this out, and it's a jump mechanic where you stack, and then the 4 people have to get pushed away to the sides, and we keep dying over and over again. And we're like, how? Why? I don't understand. We're like, well, we're gonna figure this out. Okay, it's a second fight. We have lots of time. We downed we did V1 in like no time, so we're totally good on time. And we're like, figure this out. And it took us like an hour to finally figure out. Oh,
I had to ask somebody.
Yeah.
I finally asked chat. I was like, okay, what are we missing? Because it's not working. And like, oh, let's go up in there. I'm like,
oh my God.
Are you fucking serious? How did I not think of that?
I'm like, please.
Oh, it was so. I was like, I feel okay.
Right?
I'm the dumb. I'm so.
Right. I caught the stupid.
Oh,
I've been doing dungeons for too long. I caught it. Guys,
yeah.
Contagious.
So, but yeah, that was really cool. That was we still have fun with that one.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, most definitely.
Now,
I look
Drak,
forward to 4.
Now, Drak, there was one thing I want to talk about in particular. You did a video probably about a month before Stormblood hit about criticisms.
Oh, yes.
And, we kind of saw that play out. And, some tits were calm, some weren't.
Yeah, definitely wide spectrum of reactions on that one.
Yeah. How do you feel about how it played out? And what do you think about, reception now as opposed to, oh my God, white mage is shit. Delete that from the game. What the fuck is a lily? Yeah, that shit.
Yeah. I think that a lot of the reactions that were really negative, I expected, and I already threw out like the defense to that, and they just ignored it. Like a few people even admitted I only made it through like 30 seconds of the video when I turned it off, and then they continued to like criticize it. I was like, you have to listen to all my points. I agree that I should have made it much more concise. I was just kind of rambling. It was something that I wanted to try out, so it was a new video format as well as something that I wanted to just kind of get out there. I think with the whole, so the big things that stuck out to me that I've seen in the community are white mage and warrior. And those were really big issues where people were seeing balance changes or balance issues, and things didn't look like they were going to play out. And so they were worried. And so you had people who were very constructive. Look, we're looking at this, and this, and it doesn't look like it's going to work out, guys. How is it going to work? Can this be changed? What's going to happen? Because right now, compared to the other classes, it doesn't look like it doesn't look coherent. It looks like it's way too RNG. And having those issues is good. And I was like, that was my whole point. People hear constructive criticism, and I think, oh, well, you could just, if you could help that out, it would be kind of nice and stuff like that. It's like, no, you can say, this looks like it's going to be a train wreck. Tell us that we're wrong or fix it, please. And that was a lot of people looked at it, and they came at Square, and then Square made the changes. Now White Mage is in a really good spot. And I was like, that's the whole point. That was what I was talking about. Point out an issue. Because issues, pointing them out is a good thing.
To be
and
fair,
same with
lilies are still dumb. It doesn't
agree that lilies are still dumb.
It just doesn't affect the fact that the job still performs well.
Yeah, it's right. Still, and that's a lot of, and that's another thing is that people are more than entitled to their opinions, whether or not they like a part of a job or not. Like I played Monk a lot. I like how it played in Heaven's Word. I personally wanted something added to it more than what they did. And so that was my, like, people were like, well, it's still a Heaven's Word Monk. I'm like, I was hoping for more, and I got that more in another class. So that's why I'm changing, kind of a thing. And I've given my full critique of my opinions on that and why I made my changes. I'm not getting on a hype train. I'm not hitting on a hate train. I've thought about it, and it's just, I'm happy here. I'm not happy here, kind of a thing. But I did see that, Square did listen to the community. And that's another point that I wanted to hit on, is that they do care about what you're saying, what we say, because we are the player base. They're not just making a game like, this is my baby, don't touch it, don't criticize it, don't say anything about it. It is the way it is. If you don't like it, get out, kind of a thing. I think that they really do. They do take that feedback, and it's the people who are really into that theory crafting and figuring things out and being critical that help make that possible, because they're looking at it not just on how it feels in the game, but how it actually is playing out numbers wise. I think that a lot of the criticisms were valid, and I think that it's good that people are out there. The people, like you were saying, delete White Mage is such fucking garbage. What the fuck were they thinking? Those people can take a hike. There's no purpose for that in the community because it's not helping anything. You can say, as long as, in my opinion though, if you're saying it's garbage, I hate this class because, and then you have some actual valid points behind it, by all fucking means, let the people know what you think. I think you could probably word it a little bit more tactfully in a sense, but I'm not going to be like, yeah, it's just people who are just over the top negative about it without having the intention of being like, I would like to see it get better. Just right. Like, it's bad, it's always going to be bad, they don't care about us, wah. And let's just go off on their own there. And so I'm not on board with that. But then at the same time, I'm hoping, I haven't seen a whole lot, but you know, on the subreddit, I do see positive things here and there where people are very happy with, you know, elements of the story, how they did this or that, and what they're happy about and why. And that's another big thing, is being like, you got to tell them what they did right along with what they did wrong. And I've been meaning to make a follow-up video for that, but I've been way behind. So I'm still on like the Stormblood release footage that I have. I've been waiting on a few things to actually put into the videos for people who are supporting me on Patreon and all that, yada, yada. But yeah, that's something that I did want to touch on. So I appreciate the opportunity to do that now.
And speaking of jobs, Rhaya, how are you liking the changes to Bard from
Oh my god, like I actually can't believe that they did it, because I thought I was gonna be stuck as the physical caster for the rest of my Final Fantasy life.
I thought so too.
Yeah, I'm like, it's over. This is just my life now. Just get used to it. Stockholm syndrome yourself into this. But no, like when they actually did that, like talk about changes of like monk. You look at they got small bits of flavoring. You know, they got a little spice here and there to their rotation, and then Bard gets to become this whole beautiful new dish of that's just absolutely amazing. I love it. I love being able to move. I love the songs that you actually get to play on, how you rotate them. And I actually really like that Bard it's relatively easy to pick up and learn. It doesn't take like a lot of practice and sit there and, you know, hard punishments. Like, you know, if you play Black Mage and you're dropping a Nokian all the time, just for an example. But with Bard, you can relatively pick it up, but with the practice, you can get into much more of a preferred rotation of, you know, learning how to do the songs in the right rotation and, you know, figure out how to weave in your off globals in a preferred way. And so, yeah, I'm absolutely ecstatic with Bard. I was excited when they released what was going to happen, that they're taking away the cast times. And then I just get even more excited every time, you know, I keep playing it, you know, especially in raid settings when you have 8 members to buff up. It's just like, you can almost like feel the power boost you're giving everyone. You're like, now if I only was affected by myself, if I could give myself a battle voice and I could sing songs for myself, my life would be complete.
That's greedy.
We actually had I was running 01 with you. We were just going for our clears one week, and I was like, why aren't my numbers doing as good? And he's like, hang on. He switches to Bard, and I'm like, oh, there they are. So, like,
extra 350 plus.
You can feel it. That was like 300, yeah. 300 potency added onto that. I was like, I don't think that was just a fluke. It was really good.
Yeah. I will say one thing bothers me is that Mage's Ballad is still called Mage's Ballad because it has nothing to do with mages anymore.
Right? Oh, that's the part I didn't figure this out until just before 4.05 came out. Mage's Ballad is the one that gives the 15% boost to HP. Wander's Minuet's the one that does the 10% magic damage resistance. I've been playing those songs wrong for legitimately like weeks.
What?
I just assumed.
Tell the story about 01 where people were dying.
Oh,
for it.
Yeah, because I have a character, an Alt on Leviathan, and there was a bard that was playing, and I think he was like his second time in there, and we all died immediately to the Charbritis. I think that's how it's pronounced. The Charbritis attack, the 1 HP one.
Oh, I know what happened here.
We all died immediately, and we're all like, "What happened?" And I'm like, "Please don't play Mage's Ballad." And the guy goes, "Okay." And he plays again, and we all die again. And I'm like, okay, Mage's Ballad gives us 15% HP. If that falls off while he's casting Charbritis, we'll all die because the damage is set when the cast starts, and then when it finishes, the damage is dealt. And if we lose 15% HP, we're all gonna die. And that's what happened. And oh my god, I have to prevent myself from casting it now whenever we're in V1.
Hey, just remember, that's not the last time you'll see it.
Right. Oh, right.
Do not troubadour.
No troubadour. No.
So it's in the troubadour whenever that happens.
Troubadour, yeah.
Oh my god.
I echo your sentiments. I think Bard is like the best example of job changes that they had across all of them. Even Paladin, I'm sorry, they're good, but like Bard thematically was put together like so well.
I've heard good things about Ninja too. I haven't played it yet, but I've heard really good things about Ninja.
Yeah.
As far as like people are like really happy with where it is now.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Ninja's fun. Ninja's fun to play with. The skill bloat reduction, is nice.
That's all I give a damn about. Tricks. Yeah. That's it.
Yes. And I mean, poor Machinist. I mean, okay, when they were released in Heavensward, I was never a fan of Machinist because, someone's stepping in my territory. I'm a Bard main. Don't bring your range crap in here, okay? Don't need you. I got this taken care of. And then when Stormblood came out, and for me, what I saw with Machinist, I'm like, you have a quite complex class. You have a lot of buttons to press. And you have a rotation that is very, you have to be paying very close attention to your buffs on their cooldown so you can get what you can in Wildfire. And I'm like, okay, so you have a class that requires quite a bit of attention already. And now they add a third dimension onto the class. I'm like, are you crazy? Squeenix, what did you do to this class? That's, on my standards, that's cruel, and I don't even like the class. So yeah, I keep hoping that they'll do a remake of it and make the class almost simpler in a way, something that you can pick up more easily, because there's so much you got to be paying attention to and to to optimize the class in reality.
You want to know something interesting? We're very close, if not already at the point where the speedrun meta is the same as 3.4. Where it's Dragoon, Bard, Machinist, and I think Ninja as the 4 DPS. Because Machinist recent buffs put their damage like
way up.
Okay.
Yeah, it just sucks to play. It's pretty. If we're not there, we're really, really close to that being like don't bring anything except these 4 again.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And actually having a true meta. But when I imagine Machinists in terms of an actual job now, I just imagine a board with everything that deals with Machinists. All right, here's the board, and then they just erase everything. Like, that's what needs to be done. Like, here's Machinist now. All right, how are we gonna do this?
Dude, honestly, looking at Bard's design, I almost look at Summoner and I go, I wonder if they could have done that with the summons, where you summon every 30 seconds, and each summon has like a phase you go through, and then at the end of the third phase is Bahamut. I almost started thinking about it like that. I was like, I don't know. It probably wouldn't be great for summoners who enjoy the job now, but I think of it like as a job that maybe they didn't get exactly right, and they might need to go back to the drawing board for. That's how I always think of Summoner, oddly enough.
I think they could separate it from Arcanist. If they did that, then I think they would free themselves up to do a lot.
Well, might see that in 5.0. They said classes might be completely gone by the time it's 5.0.
That would be interesting.
Yeah.
Because I know that talking to a few people. They're just like, all right, summoner, the fuck do I have a book? Like, scholar, it makes sense, but summoner, I want to have a book. But oh look, we got Larry excited. He's gonna be changing his pants real quick. Yeah. We'll see you in a few, buddy. But it's like I got a book. That's cool, I guess. But yeah, I was so looking forward to, because you played 11 too, right, Mike? Yeah. So like that level of summoner, I thought was really cool.
I got forced into summoner in that game, so because I wanted to play Black Mage, Puppet Master, and then I had summoner at 75, and they were like, "Well, it's Otter gone, so your Black Mage is fucking out. You're not bringing that shit to anything anymore. Your Puppet Master, it does not have a mythic, so fuck you. So your summoner is your only option left." So I'm like, "All right, attack. Wait 40 seconds." Attack! Wait 40 seconds. It's way faster now at level 99. Like, I think it's like 18 seconds, or I think you could bring it even less than that. But it's really fast now at 99.
Yeah.
But I just think of that. It's kind of like I had my thoughts on 2.0 Bard, because I was forced on the 2.0 Bard. So I just like resent it. I just resent it.
Yeah, when you bring in, there are certain parts of the community. 11 was mean. I started that when I was like 13, so I'm this kid, and I'm going in there and like, shut up, you stupid idiot. And I'm just like, oh, what did I do? Why are they angry at me? Why is everybody yelling? I don't know what I'm doing.
I got my first character banned in Final Fantasy 11 within an hour of playing as a 13-year-old.
Oh my!
I named my character "I Did Your Mom" and didn't think anything about it. To be fair, though, I covered it up pretty well. I covered it up pretty well. I spelled your U-R instead of Y-O-U-R.
Oh,
so.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, what a difference!
I think the other one might have been taken. To be fair,
it's clever though. It's
I got to level 7 on Thief, and that was it. I'd start over. I just told the GM I didn't know I couldn't do that.
Yeah. Sorry.
I know what the Mordion jail looks like at the very least. I got to learn real fast.
13 years old, already a hard
I'm in
criminal.
Zerun Mines, all of a sudden my character starts teleporting. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Oh man, the cadaver at it again. Fuck those things.
I hate.
I would have hated to be around 13-year-old Happy.
It was bad, man.
It sounded bad. Last thing in terms of rating, I want to get your what your experience was like in terms of progression, like from day one of Omega. What was it like? What did you go through? Did you alarm clock it? Did you wait for a little while? What did y'all do?
No, we waited until we had our time set. We went in. We stayed away from. We have our rules in the Discord. Don't spoil anything. If you have anything, just go into that separate channel. So we weren't looking up any guides. I think Raisin had seen it already because his group does that. Like as soon as it drops, boom, they're at it. So he wanted to do that, but then, like I said, we got our students and student workers in the group who just have very little time to afford doing that, as well as having their social time and whatnot. But we got up for our scheduled time, went in, and like I said, 01 was pretty cut and dry, not anything really new to the fight particularly. We had a few wipes, then we got through it within easily 45 minutes. And then 02, we had a little bit of struggle, and then 03 is where we're at now. So we're not, I like to be like, as soon as it drops, boom, we're in there, we're hitting it. I like to, I think raiding is the most fun part of the game, personally. So I enjoy doing it, not too much, but I still would like to do it more than we do. But it's what everybody is on board with.
I actually agree. I mean, that's kind of the reason I made the alt on Leviathan, was to have more of the drop and hit type, to go at something hard, versus my character on lobby is still my main, and it'll always be my main. But I mean, we're still progressing. We're still getting through it. We'll get through V3. I mean, most likely this week. We should definitely be seeing it down.
Nice. Yeah, it's not bad in the later phases. It's just one of those things that just throws a lot at you near the end, like all together. I kind of feel like in terms of like this tier and then last tier, it's kind of like if you've already cleared it for the week, it's kind of reminiscent in terms of A11, where it's kind of easy to have a bad night in A11. You're already on like 12, but you have a really bad night in A11, and it's like, okay, let's just get this shit out the way so we can just move on to 12 the next day. Yeah, it's easy. I kind of feel like V3, it's really easy to have one of those nights, and believe me, I've had several of those nights where we just have a bad night, even though we know the fight we cleared. We've done it like weeks where we just one shot it and get the 4. No, but you'll have that one off week where I don't know what the fuck's going on, but
oh yeah,
it's easy to have a really, really bad night.
Man,
yeah.
You want to know a fight where you get bad nights? Turn 7 back in
Oh yeah, that was a good one.
So there's just always that night where someone just doesn't know they have someone just doesn't know they have shriek, or someone's not looking when they have voice, and then every single time, check your debuffs, everyone. Check your debuffs, and still somebody's like, yeah, I know. Yeah, oh fuck. And then all of a sudden 4 people are dead.
Check your debuffs. That does sound like V3, doesn't it?
It's those nights.
Yeah, actually.
No, wait till you get to 4. Check your debuffs.
Oh,
Check your debuffs. Make sure you're on the right side. Check your debuffs. Oh, wait, I wasn't in the middle.
Yeah.
But you're like an inch away from the middle, and so it counts. Yeah.
Oh man, oh man, I was when I joined in that tier, Jesse and Seabass's group, and Jesse was the off tank, and he could not spot that debuff to save his life. So I had to start just moving out of his way because the entire center of the arena was going to get voiced because he was facing inward. So I was just like, the other tank was like, why does this ad have damage up?
Why does the boss have 4 stacks of damage up?
I was like, Jesse looked at it. He's like, I can't see it. It's so subtle. I'm like, it's right on top of your bar. I can see it on top of your fucking bar. Look at your bar. I was just
the one little orange thing on your bar. Yeah, that means you're about to voice the hell out of everybody. So yeah.
Oh, it's the 2 things that trigger the shit out of me. And Coil did it, is getting sucked into something beyond your control. So the knights, I hate those.
How you doing?
And then hey, come here, baby. And then the petrifaction, where you're like in the middle of your rotation, and all of a sudden you stop moving, and you're just like, okay, this is gonna be one of those nights. And then
again, wait till you get that 4.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh man,
I sure hope you liked Final Fantasy V. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
No.
Make it all worth it.
But remember, we can't really feel like we really have to feel like shit because Bart's 4-Mandus. So, like, remember, if you think you're good, Bart's 4-Mandus. Just want to say that.
Yeah.
In terms of Exnath and Neo, yeah, just remember, they 4-Manned it. You can't.
I didn't know there was an achievement in that game for not losing anyone in the last fight. I didn't know that the ending changes if you don't actually have anyone die. I didn't know that.
Well, yeah, because that's like impossible. The RNG. Okay,
I did it by accident.
Target. Oh my god, drives me. That fight still drives me insane. From 5, I'm like, I'm gonna AOE and then single target. Can you not actually? That'd be great because I have an AOE cure coming up, and I would like to use that instead.
You hear that, Rhaya? All that work, and Happy did it on accident. You've been bested on accident.
Listen. All I gotta say is Quick is OP. And so is fucking, what was it? It lets you hit 8 times. Whatever. One of the combination. Oh, I think it's like Ranger and double attack or something.
Yeah.
Barrage double attack or something. I don't know. You hit like 8 times a turn. It's fucking stupid.
So Drak, last week we talked with Larry about content creation, seeing as you're on the same side, and we know you from the YouTube videos. What's your approach to content creation, both for YouTube and for Twitch?
Twitch, I'm a lot more of a rookie, so I just kind of go by the seat of my pants typically. I go to Twitter, I'm like, what do you guys want to see me do?
Everybody's on the YouTube side, then Twitch. Like everybody, like I talked to content creation wise.
I mean, we've had that on the show for the past few weeks now. We had Larry last week, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard of him.
Really?
Yeah, I'd say like a couple videos or something. I don't know. His stuff's not for me. He's kind of a loser.
Feels bad, Larry. Feels bad.
Feels Larry.
He calls me a bitch every time we're talking. Like I'm having a good conversation. He's like, "Hey, bitch." I'm like, I get enough of this from your fucking girlfriend. Do I have to do it with you too now?
Man, out of context, that just all right. Anyway.
Moving on. So I'll go to Twitter or whatever and be like, do you guys want to see this? Or I'll ask the guys. I think one of the new things that we're going to be doing is Dream Daddy, and have Ryan Raisin commenting on my gameplay as I do it.
Yes.
So
you want to know something interesting about
right
Dream Daddy? The art style for the characters in the Nest videos and the art style for Dream Daddy are oddly similar.
It's so similar.
Coincidence?
Archie. So yeah, we're gonna have some fun with that at some point. But I've been really wanting to, like, I like doing I really like streaming. I like having that live interaction with people. It's really enjoyable. It's refreshing. Getting like to actually talk to people while you're doing stuff, because otherwise I'm just listening to us over and over and over again. Did I hear that right? Let me type that in. No, that was wrong. Okay, I gotta listen to it again. All right, is this on? Just especially with all this crap that I've put into the videos to make it look the way that I wanted it to. I'm like, I just made so much work for myself. And so then, you get the comments, when's the next video coming out? I'm like, when I fucking finish it. How about that? That's my answer.
How about that?
When I fucking finish it.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah. No, it's I got Archie, my artist in the chat right now. Like, the avatars were made first, okay?
No, it says they were made out fist.
Out fist. Fist. Oh, the phone. Throwing you under the bus. I have to. You are the bug bus.
He never has to do art again. Just make all the characters in Dream Daddy. You'll be fine.
Yeah. Just we'll just rework all the Nest art into like these suave, macho Dream Daddy people.
Done.
You want that. Oh, Larry, shut up. Why are you doing this when you could be making videos?
That's it. We had this exact.
We had this conversation.
Yeah,
last week.
I was griping to him about comments, and so we have to have that powwow, and that's why I've been meeting with more content creators, and we just kind of hang out, because other people outside of it just don't get it, because they always have, well, why don't you do this? Well, what if have you tried that? And it's just like, I'm not getting into this right now because I'm about to blow up. It's just everybody like has the best meaning, but yeah. But as far as YouTube, it takes a while.
Let's go over some of the different functions.
My approach has always been a lot more organic with it. I had the idea for how I wanted it to look. I just didn't have the resources to.
Don't pay. No, I
Okay.
clicked on something to check something, and it played like 2 seconds of audio from one of my videos, and so you say, "Hey guys," and then it's done.
Okay.
So I was like in the chat, "Shh, don't pay."
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, it really has to. It's one of those things that if the idea comes to me, then I'll make something extra. But otherwise, it's like, I've got we're going through just what we do in Raid, and I'm taking the funny stuff out of that. And if something, it's just really like, I wish I could have this formula out there to come up with that good idea. The same way I wish I could channel Denmo on his Twitter game, because he is a fucking genius sometimes. Most of the time, actually. Like, his quips are fucking amazing. And But like, just I see different creators and I see them in these avenues. I'm like, I wish I could do that. And then I post something about it, like, these guys are way too freaking creative, man. I can't. I'm just hanging it up. I can't do it. And then they tweet me back like, that's how I feel with you. Shut up. I'm like, that's how I feel with you. Shut up. And so we all kind of have this niche that we're in, that we have what others don't. And that's what kind of put us in this spot in the community. And so you just kind of got to be happy with that. And then just kind of go with what comes naturally, because that's what people come for. And so things like I did the monk job one, not because I saw other people doing spoof job ones, but because Corey decided to only cast ice spells on Black Mage, and it triggered Jesse into another realm of just upset. And so Ice Mage became a thing. I was like, oh, that'd be funny if we just made guides like, just completely off. Just do it so wrong that people get upset. And people did get upset at the monk guy that I threw up. They're just like, why are you saying do that? That doesn't make any sense. I'm like, almost like it's the point.
The dripping sarcasm wasn't dripping enough.
Yeah. So, yeah. YouTube, I don't have as much flexibility and freedom as I'd like, but at the same time, I get to relive the best parts of our raids and our time together, and I get to show that to people, and people get to say how much they love it and that it brings them into the game, or brings them back to the game, or inspires them to do stuff in the raiding scene. So I'm like, I'm so happy about that.
Yeah, and that's something I wanted to bring up, because you, in your videos, you include, the voice chat. You include that. I'm afraid to do that. I'm afraid to do that.
You just need written permission. That's it.
Well, yeah, like they said, like, no, it's okay. I mean, like, no, I just went ahead and split the audio so they won't hear you. I'll be talking to you, and it'll seem like I'm fucking crazy. I'm talking to myself, but I'm like, they can't hear. They can't hear the Discord. But I did it for two reasons. One, like, new static, I was afraid of, all the salt and everything, which really I don't have to worry about. But now, two, our tank and my monk, who used to be samurai, it's almost like they're a married couple. And I've actually included it in the stream once, where they get into so many fights. It's like they're really a fucking married couple. And I don't want them to just hear that. I'm like, you two just fucking, you know what, Roku? Thanks, Roku. You doing okay, Roku? Like, shut the fuck up, Dev. Like, yeah, that's basically all they would be hearing all of raid. So that's why I don't include it. But bully on you to include all the good portions. Like, I feel like I don't have any good portions. But you have, you have a really good, at least you have a really good friendship with everybody you have in your group, or a lot of faith, or both. When you started making these videos, what made you want to kind of focus on the interaction between the Nest members?
Can I ask Sly something real quick before you answer that?
Mm-hmm.
How in 9 weeks did he go from becoming samurai to quitting samurai and being a monk? How did that happen in 9 weeks?
I don't know.
All right.
I don't know. Like, there was like it's just 1 week he was samurai, and then the next week, oh, you're a monk now.
Yeah, fuck it.
Which I actually accept a little bit.
Of course you do, because you get brotherhood.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Drak.
Yeah, but go on. Go on.
Sorry, did you say something, Ryan? That was the interaction that we had with each other was the whole reason why I wanted to make the videos. Mm-hmm. That was the start. Like, I didn't go into YouTube thinking I'm gonna make a career out of this. I'm gonna make a name for myself. It was, my team is super funny. I want to make all the jokes, or take all the jokes that we've been talking about for the longest time, throw it all into a video, because comedy is by far my favorite art form. It is by far my favorite medium for entertainment, for, just a variety of things. It's how I de-stress. I love watching comedians, whether or not it's their stand-up specials or they're talking with other comedians and just kind of riffing about, their philosophies on things like that. And so it's a big part of my life in that. So the humor in it was something that I always just took away from it. And so I made the video, and I only meant to share it with them, because at the time I was just finishing college. I was getting a sociology degree that did me absolutely no good in the job market. But I thought that it might. Just like, oh, I'm going to get a degree and then people are going to hire me, and never mind, that didn't happen. So, but fortunately this all worked out. I've been really blessed in that area. But yeah, just them enjoying it so much and then saying, throw it up on Reddit. And against my better instincts, I did that, and other people shared that sentiment. And so then I just kept doing it from there because people asked for it, people wanted that. And so I think it's something that when you're rating enough and you don't like, I know I was talking to a few other people. I don't want to drop names just in case, but just they don't have that set group of friends. They're just like, I'm looking for a new static, or I'm looking for a new static, or I'm in a new static this patch, kind of a thing. And they're just getting the feel for everybody. So they don't always. It's kind of that gamble, and everybody's kind of gone through it, that there's that one member that rubs you the wrong way, or a few that just aren't pulling their weight, or this or that. It just makes it an unenjoyable experience. Mm-hmm. So I think people seeing it between friends and it having that capability to laugh in in-game content, to actually enjoy yourself in in-game content, and be able to enjoy the in-game content because people aren't breathing down your neck for this or that, because the goals aren't set so high as I think a lot of things that something that people want. And so they kind of vicariously raid through us through that. And so I'm happy to provide that. And so that's what's kept me going this whole time. And the raid team always seems to get a kick out of it. And I always pick on them at least once or twice through each video. And I just wait for that moment where I get to do that for them. And just wait for their reaction to. They're like, "Oh, nice, Jack. Fuck you too."
That's true friendship.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's we've got a good group. We're just much more thick-skinned people, and so we get to have that kind of humor with each other, where we can rip on each other, or we can criticize each other, and still get a laugh out of it, kind of a thing. But at the same time have a respect for each other, where if we bring something up, then we're not just writing them off, which was something that I didn't get initially, because I had I was the newcomer to the group. Mm-hmm. So people goofing around, I thought that was just them. I didn't think they had a serious side. And then talking to them and doing all that stuff, I actually got to know that they did have a serious side. They were raiding like in WoW and having server first or world first groups in WoW. And that they just goofed around because that was how they enjoyed having fun. So we've developed a good understanding of each other, respect of each other, and our goals are lining up. So it's just we've got a good thing going on. And so I like being able to share that.
Now, Rhaya, I know that Drak does most of the Nest content on YouTube. Have you ever thought about doing any content yourself, or has any other Nest member thought about it? Or done it?
I don't know about any of the other Nest members. For myself, for me, it's mostly just about like pictures and doing things. I mean, for me, what I like to do is just post things on Twitter, like fabulously, like glamours and different ways just to, like, I don't know, talk about people. I'm also kind of a salty bitch a lot.
Oh, so you're fold.
Yeah.
Oh no, don't bring him into this. Don't do that.
So exactly. He's like fold. He's fold.
Nobody needs
he's
that.
This version of fold.
Nobody needs that. Nobody.
Yes.
Nobody.
And so, I mean, like, in terms of like content creation, like that's about as far as I go in terms of like videos and things like that like Drak do or Larry or any all of you content creators. I'm like, okay, if I ever made that jump, it would have to be like fully in, and I'm like I have so much like real life crap that I just deal with. Like I'm still in school, I'm in graduate school, so I'm like I deal with all that. I'm like I like to just keep my feet in the water and just kind of have fun with it right now, and just like deal with whatever response comes to bearing, because honestly, when it comes to like responses and whatnot, I really just don't care. I mean, I get people are automatically going to not like me. I'm a salty bitch. I'm sorry, but if you're not performing well, I'm going to say something. I can't stop myself. I'm like, if I don't say it, it's lying, and I don't want to lie to you. I want to tell you how bad you're doing. I'm sorry.
You're that friend who's like, I'm honest with you.
Yeah, just really honest, please. Please, you're a healer. Could you just dot the enemy a little bit? That'd be fucking.
You're a healer. Can you DPS? Yeah, it's a good.
I'm like,
Sure.
you're just standing there. This person. I mean, I've done so many dungeons that like that's all that's fresh in my mind. I just see this I'll see a healer just standing there. I'm like, you've got an instant cast. I just use that one. I know you have it. If you could just use it. I know you're not doing anything right now. It's fine. I'm getting spiteful.
Again, see, I'm that healer that you'll probably end up dying because I'm actually doing a shit other than healing. Like I'm actually fucking DPSing when I'm not supposed to. But somehow you'll live. You'll be okay. I got an eye on you. I got an eye on you.
That's what home gang's for. It's fine.
Yeah, right. You got CDs for this shit, right?
Yeah.
You're good. Yeah, let me get in a few more stones. I'm looking.
Right. That'll make it more interesting. Like speed up the whole process. That'd be great.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, the Dark Knight didn't use Living Dead. What's wrong with him? With me
What's
not
wrong
healing
with him? Exactly.
And then they're like, it's on cooldown. I tried.
Yo, see, the part is I actually expect it half the time. I'm like, okay, you're getting hit really hard. You better LD. I'm not doing anything until you fucking, okay, you're dead. Yeah, it's happened. It's definitely happened.
Feels bad, man.
It might be difficult to pick one, but if both of you had a favorite, like any content, like a favorite piece of content that you've done in game and for YouTube, what would it be and why? And I'll start with Rhaya on this one. So, in game favorite piece of content for YouTube, the favorite piece of content that y'all have done as Nest, and then
like the Final Fantasy content.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, what's my favorite piece? In Stormblood. For Stormblood,
we can go all across the board.
Oh my god, all across Eorzea.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness, that is a lot of stuff to come out, and content-wise, I'm much more of a mechanics-focused type of player. Like the story's good. I get the story's good, and I do enjoy it. I'm much more focused on like the mechanics of things that occur, and. I don't know. I mean, I almost want to pick out like the turns of Bahamut were super fun because everything was so fresh and new. But it's like picking out which turn was it. It's like, okay, well,
turn 3.
Yeah, turn 3. Yes, thank you. That's the winner. Big one right there.
Well, what about with us, Rhaya? What do you enjoy about us? Let me hear.
That starts a song. I'm sorry, but go on. I'm interested.
Oh my god. With Nest, oh my god, there's so many fun things that we've done with that.
I'm glad that's the direction you took with that.
I mean, with Nest, that's a whole other story. But see, that's all recorded. Everyone knows those. Those are all favorite moments. How do you pick out of that?
No, I haven't recorded
that's
everything.
Some sucking up if I've ever heard it before.
Yeah.
I couldn't pick just one.
Right? I love it all. Keep putting my face on there, please.
That's what stems a lot or curbs a lot of his salty bitchiness.
Yes,
is like, okay, I'm gonna say what I think, but I'm gonna be a little nicer about it so I can still have my face up there so he doesn't get
Oh, chat right to me. I know my favorite moment. It was when we were doing Sophia, and I'm like, we need this down now. I want to get back into the raid. I'm doing all the call outs. We're finishing this today. It's one day. That's all we're doing. And so I call out the whole thing, and they're all like, thank you. You can have the bird. And I'm like, thank you. Because the bird dropped on our first clear. And I'm like, yes, the bird.
I've had so many birds drop first clear. I've never won any of them.
Oh,
Sophie was my first bird.
Shut the fuck up.
You only have 2 burbs.
Shut the fuck up.
I only have 2 burbs, and every time I try to fucking do Wondrous Tales, everybody else gets burbs. I fucking rolled 38s, 18s, fucking 7s.
Sounds lucky.
Sounds like Sephiroth to me. Oh my god, I have over 200 runs of Sephiroth and 150 of Zervan. I can't.
Oh, so you got a free bird?
Oh, yeah, I did eventually. But like the Sephiroth ones, you didn't know the birds are coming yet because those all 3 were released at the same time. And Sephiroth was the one that wasn't released at the time. And I was like so butthurt at that time. Because I'm like, I have 180 Sephiroth tokens. I would really
Why
like
the
if they released this.
You had to know it was coming. Why did you keep going?
Well, no, I had them before it was released.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I just kept doing it because I
sicko.
wanted that bird. I know. Well, because okay, I get like the Ravana and Bismarck ones come out so quickly, or it came out quickly enough to like I can get their drops within a few runs, and then I got lucky on the Thornton bird, and then I get who then it's Sephiroth, and who came after Sephiroth? That's Sophia.
Yes. No,
Yes.
I was Nidhogg.
Nidhogg, thank you. Yes, I get Nidhogg's bird within 50 runs, and I'm going. Then I'm just running Sephiroth over and over again, and I have like over 200 clears of Sephiroth trying to get that damn bird.
Man, you want to hear a story? That good old buddy Fold. I'm pretty sure he had almost 300 tokens. He has over 300 tokens for Susano.
Oh,
And after the
jeez.
99th one, I'm like, stop. You know
Why?
it's coming.
It might be coming. I mean, there still don't exist
No,
horses.
it's gonna happen. All
Are
right.
you sure?
Wait, happy. Are you saying you don't have either one of the Doge?
No, I rolled a 68 on one of them, but I didn't win. That was the highest I ever rolled. I've never rolled.
You need to roll
above.
69, and 69 are blessed.
Okay.
Well, depending on who you ask, could be 69 and bust, but that's besides.
All right.
Yo.
So you don't have neither Doge. Okay, I'm just gonna shut up. All right, continue.
Both.
Or the
Yeah,
Alamigo
I
mount.
do. I do. Well, that one I kind of gave up on my fucking.
Why
Yeah,
try
there's-
hard for it?
Yeah, there's a story about
There's no
that one.
tokens for that one.
Yeah,
you,
there's no
Sly, you passed on it because you didn't know what the fuck it was.
Yeah, I passed on it accidentally. Like I saw it because I'm like, okay, this is all like this is just gear that I'm not gonna take, and then I see it, but I accidentally pass on it, and that was like the first
That could've
one
been mine.
after
That-
it came out.
That would have been if I was in that group, would have been 1 in 3 chance of getting it. Like that was the dream for everyone who was there.
No, there's a rule with running with me, and I think it was my tank, one of my tanks in my FC who runs with me. There's a rule: if I need it, 9 out of 10, you're gonna get it before I get it. So that's why people run shit with me, is because they get they know my luck and they know they're gonna beat me. So that's why people want, hey Sly, you want to do this? No, I don't, because I know why you want me to do this. But whenever I don't need it, it's not gonna drop. So fuck you. Like if I already have it, you're not getting it. So I don't know why you're bringing me in here.
Do you play on Primal? I mean, just asking.
Yeah.
Want to run
Like-
Doges?
Just
No,
dungeons.
because it's not gonna work for you because I already have my Doges.
Oh, damn
It's
it.
not gonna work. That's the way the luck works. I need to not have it or actually want it in order for it to drop, and I won't win. But if I have it, it's never gonna drop. Yeah.
I hate you, Sly.
I've got no
Love
dogs
you.
either. I want them so bad.
I don't even want them. I just want them. Like I don't want them to use them. Like I'm not like, oh, I can't wait to get this and ride this around the world. I'm like, I can't wait to get this, and then it's never on my hotbar because I've got other cool mounts that I want to use.
I don't even want
Oh
them.
my
I just want them.
It's funny because I feel the same way. I don't want them. I just want it.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Oh
No,
my
I
God.
actually completely feel you on there when you said that. I'm like, I actually get you.
It's like,
I
yeah,
get that.
exactly. Everyone else is like, what the fuck does that mean? And you're like, yeah, no, absolutely, I agree.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Track any favorite content 14 and nest wise?
I think really the most fun I have is when like in Palace of the Dead, when those things launch, or Aquapolis, the first few runs we
Mhm.
get in there.
Oh,
Just whether or not it's like all the random
Mhm.
stuff getting thrown into traps or fucking up a door or whatever, just any reason or excuse that we have to riot on each other. I love that kind of content.
No.
I think I can't really remember what fight I really enjoyed with everybody. Nidhogg was a pretty good one. Yeah, it depends on like how memey we're feeling a certain day. Like how many memes are
How
in circulation.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an economy with us. Like how many laughs can we get per meme through this, or what's in circulation right
LPM.
now?
They gauge their enjoyment in LPM, laughs per meme.
And yeah, so and you can definitely like see it through like some of the videos. It's like there's a lot of memes in this one. It's just that was kind of how we were feeling that day, and so usually it's like Jesse and Seabass are the main culprits of that because they're all over
memes
online. That's all they do. They look up memes and then they bring it in, and then everybody's saying it for like a week or two straight. And yeah, Seabass brought in tendies, the chicken tendies from 4chan. He brought in normies. He's like, he's just on a roll lately, especially in this expansion. So we'll see what he brings to the table in the next few videos.
I'll say Hans had as a fellow goon, he had a few pretty good ones, especially in the 812 video that we just showed. Yeah, it's like blaming on animation lock.
Sly, you're very familiar with Dragoon fuck ups in 04, right?
yeah.
You have I've heard you have the best opener, like hands down.
Oh yeah,
the best opener for 04 Savage.
No. And so ever since then, I actually made it more of a thing. Like, okay, shut the fuck up, or we'll turn this right around. Meaning, I'll turn the correct way and then jump off. And one day they actually did like somebody in like, I think the one person who doesn't speak in the VoIP but is in party chat made a fucking goon joke, and all I did was just turn around and loosened off. Like I was in the right position, I was ready, and then I saw that joke. I'm like, you know what? Okay, there you go.
It's all right. Either way, you're doing your job, so that's fine.
Don't make me turn this right around.
Yeah. I see that chat. Yeah, the beam struggle in Zodiark was really cool. Or the last one of what, City of Mach? Is that one?
Yes, City of Mach with against Diabolos.
Yeah,
Dunscape. So, that's what we were looking for.
Oh, Dunscape.
Yeah. That's it. Okay.
Yeah. Oh.
That one.
City of Mach is still correct. It's just Dunscape.
Yes.
I was waiting.
So yeah, really like that. Like, you don't know your own videos? No.
Yeah. Well, you might get to do some more.
I mean, he has so many videos he doesn't even remember them all. That's kind of a good problem to have.
I'm happy with it.
Sometimes
it's
a super problem.
Yeah, I'm really behind right now. People are starting to give it to me.
So, there's been 5 weeks since Savage came out, and I'm just finishing the first part of 04 Savage guide now. I beat it the Saturday it came out. So, yeah, I'm been dealing with that in the YouTube comment section for a while.
Oh, yeah. Just wait until it's all posted. Oh, finally! Thanks for
when no one needs it anymore.
Yeah. Can't you just be happy with what I've given you, people? No. We hate it. Oh, there's no dealing. I love the audience sometimes, and then other times I could do without. I just turn off my computer and just play my mobile games for a good couple days.
Well, you can play Final Fantasy 15 soon.
I saw that. It looks cool.
It looks so. Dude, the graphics are fucking awful. I can't.
I know, but it's gonna be so cool. You know they're gonna make it awesome.
It's gonna be better than the main game. Anyway,
that doesn't work. That sentence doesn't work, Rhaya.
Please.
I don't like that game. I don't like that game.
I don't have a PS4, so I haven't played it. But
don't worry, it'll be on PC next year.
Yes, give me my Gladdy Daddy.
Don't do that. Don't listen. Just because he's not wearing a shirt and you're not wearing a shirt doesn't.
Oh, but they released that extra content where you could take off his shirt completely. I remember seeing that.
I took a monochrome picture of it and then posted it on Twitter, and the number of likes that got was more than it should have been.
Oh yeah, I like that. That was amazing.
Now I'm gonna have the
Gladdy Daddy.
Gladdy Daddy in my head now. Oh my god! Every time I see Gladio, it's gonna be Gladdy Daddy.
See, I follow a lot of the voice actors for 15, and they call it Gladdy Daddy pretty often.
Great, thanks, Rhaya. Thank you. Final thing from me. Is there anything both of you are looking forward to in the coming patches in terms of, either content for Nest on YouTube or just content in the game?
I'm really interested. I'm excited to see what's going to happen with the 24-man. There's been a lot of hype around what that could be, and I'm really interested to see what they're going to do with the story for Omega, because it seems legitimately like intriguing. Like, what are they going to do? Who are they going to bring in? What are we going to fight next? Alexander was just very goofy. I didn't feel a real threat to anything. Everything was anime memes. This trope here, and
It's not wrong. I mean, to be fair, Omega is the tournament arc. If we're talking about animes,
Yeah,
but
we're basically super.
it's a good one. Yes, don't get me started on that one right now. They waste. So I'm really looking forward to what Omega does in that story there, and the raids and stuff. Even the 24-man, though it's more casual. Zodiark had an amazing overarching story. Diabolos was an amazing antagonist.
Right.
What they did with him in the last bit was super cool. I was hoping that they would do a similar thing, because like Nidhogg had the Estinian transformation. Diabolos had the what's
Hollow.
How do you say her name? Yeah, the Hollow transformation. And then I was hoping that Shinryu and Xenos would have done that. And so they pseudo kind of did it, but maybe in Extreme that we might get something.
In Extreme, I'm fully expecting the Xenos clones from Alamigo.
From Alamigo.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them start popping up for some fun times.
I'm just looking forward to more comedy in Shinryu Extreme. That's all. Like, I just queue up again. I queue up for, like, if I don't get Shinryu in a trial, I will just queue up for Shinryu just for the comedy, just to see if there's any comedy. Like,
It's
Tidal Wave is always value.
Yeah, Tidal Wave is always the first one, and I just laugh. It's fucking funny. And then once we get to the second part, okay, who didn't button mash? Oh, it was you. Okay.
Yep. Oh man.
No, you know how my thing for Shinryu is when somebody's too slow when he's doing the huge dash across the room, and I just imagine you holding your arm out. Hurry! Grab my hand! And then they go to reach out, and then you just see them get smacked off the arena.
Every time I have to kind of remind people, sprint, it's free. Why are you going the other way when it's really right here? You were 5 inches away from it, and you ran all the way to get it. Like, I'm just sitting here watching him like, is he gonna make it? He ain't gonna make it. No. Yep.
Yeah.
Don't even try. Just face it. Just run right at the boss.
If you know you won't make it, that's the thing to do.
That's the strat. That's the strat. Yeah. Oh God.
Really looking forward to that as well. Yeah.
Oh, I can't believe looking forward to the new 24-man. I'm actually dreading it because I'm like, okay, first week it's gonna be fun, meme-worthy. It's gonna be, just this train wreck that'll be entertaining. Third week, it's just gonna be me being salty every week. I hate that I have to finish this. I hate this. This is gonna be awful.
But that's the thing, though, right? Is that we've actually gotten to the point where we don't need the 24-man to get this stuff to upgrade our gear. We're actually completing content now. We've done it.
I know this. And the reason I know this is that now Squeaks are going to spite me, and they're going to put crafting material in them that I want.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to be able to make this and that. But no, in terms of what's coming up, what I can't wait to come out is a new gear set, because this current Omega gear set is
Samurais.
So ugly. Oh my God, it looks awful. And I don't even care. I don't think it looks good on Samurais. I hate this. I hate this gear set.
Dude, the Dragoon one looks best.
Oh, but what about the caster's penis head?
Oh no, because everybody says I look like fucking Golden Skeletor with my fucking helmet. No, they say it looks like the helm, like the Skeletor helmet from like the live action He-Man. I'm like, bruh, because I melt my
goes with your Subligar.
Yeah, because I dye everything gold, and
yes,
it looks like the shit from He-Man. I'm like, God, really? No, it's a Kabuto. It's not Skeletor. No, it's Skeletor.
No, it is just a model that holds stats that you must immediately glamour over. That's my advice for that.
Wear it, because it looks great.
It
looks great though.
Jack, please.
Like
So Rhaya, if you're looking forward to Return to Evil East that much, you must be looking forward to the 24-man roulette we're getting finally in 4.1.
Oh my God, that's not the I mean, I hear that they're gonna make it into a Realm Reborn 7 to 2 tank.
Three tank. Yeah.
Three tank. Yeah, single tank. Not 2 tanks per group.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's a great idea. But I can think of some fights now that are not going to go so well with only 3 tanks.
I'm gonna change
King Behemoth.
Oh, God.
Where you have so many extra tanks to do the towers, yet nobody is tanking the giant.
Because that's the bard's job apparently. Because that's what I do. Oh my god. Yeah, I can't wait for new glamour gear set because the AF gear, for the most part, in my opinion, looks great. Few jobs I'm not a huge fan of. Dragoon, why do you have to look like Kane again?
It's the only Dragoon that matters.
It's the only Dragoon that they know of, apparently. I mean, please, you can. There's other Dragoons that exist. I know one of them's already in the game.
Don't get me wrong. I mean, Arnea, Sid. I would prefer Arnea, but
yeah.
Sid, what are they gonna? That's a white T-shirt and jeans. What are you?
Yeah,
I think that would be cool. Like,
that would be like
that's
really...
your artifact gear and a fucking cigarette.
Yeah.
I want that cigarette.
That is my raid face. That is my raid face. Hold on, that would work. Let me see. Yeah.
There you go.
It works.
Don't even need to change it.
No.
Yeah, other than that, though, I mean, the AF gear I thought looks great. And then the Tombstone gear, the Verity gear, I'm like, okay, I get it. I can respect it. There are pieces there I like and don't like. But then it's the Omega gear comes out, and I'm like, oh my god. I look up feudal Japan on Google search images, and I can just find all that armor right there. I just find it all. I'm like, please, can I not?
Still don't see the problem.
It's, oh my god. Like, okay, if I wanted to look like I gained 200 pounds, sure, I'll wear it. Oh my god.
Of muscle.
Yeah, sure. Oh my god, I can't stand it. It triggers me.
It's all right. Maybe we'll get the RNA gear in the 15 collab later this year.
That'd be amazing.
Hopefully.
Whenever they're planning on doing it.
Because Cape Strats
Listen, if we get a fucking mobile version of the game, can we just get this goddamn collab already?
Yeah, please. Yeah, and at least if you're gonna do the RNA glamour, give us the cape, because apparently, according to 04, Cape Strats are fucking OP.
Capes are really strong. He's like a reverse Incredibles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, he hides shit under that cape. You don't, like, half the time you don't even see it because he's so fucking fat. No, he's fat.
I can't wait for Gladio glamour so I can glamour all my tanks that way.
Just take your shirt off and you're done.
I did the high school Gladio, because if you do the mullet cut on the Rogadin, it looks a lot like
I've seen
Gladio.
some people do that.
Yeah, you're right.
The Rogadins are pretty big. So.
No, that's not Gladio. That's King from Type 0. The mullet cut. Yeah.
Yeah.
I did a Twitch thing where people were like, "Oh, if we donate this much, will you go row?" I was like, "Sure," and I said it like stupid high, and they hit it, and I was like, "Fuck."
Yeah, don't do that. I've learned the hard. Don't do that, because if you put it on the table, it'll happen every time. Hey guys, maybe just make it like 500. Oh fuck.
Yeah. Every time. So I had that for a month. So I get those comments all the time in my videos. That's what I'm paying for, really. I don't even know if it's worth it. Why is Draco Lalafell in this one? I'm done answering the question. Just don't
Shut up,
bringing
man.
it up anymore. Yeah.
My character's as short as my fuse.
I have a good amount of patience. It would be more accurate if you were the Lalafell.
It's true. Oh my god.
Just this angry little potato riding around, biting everybody's ankles. You fucked up. Get in position, just dragging people by their feet. I need to hire an animator and just have little
I mean, I'm
Rhaya.
getting really good at animation right now. So if you know.
Oh my god.
Absolutely.
I could not keep the stream up because I would be dying. Entire stream. Thanks, Happy.
You're welcome. Listen, I didn't have music for the intro, so I had to up the production.
Yeah, you had to up the production. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hap, did you have anything? Any thoughts? Any questions?
No. No, actually, you pretty much hit everything I would have wanted to go over as well, because I don't want to repeat a lot of last week's topics, because it could get very similar, because we're talking a lot about YouTube content creation. So there's nothing in particular, but I will say this. Nest was probably the first set of videos I laughed my ass off to, because I'm used to the hardcore rating. But I get bored hardcore rating, because like I know the fight and I'll do it fucking fine every time. I'll just sit there and be like, all right. By the way, just so you guys know, we're dropping frames, so if you see people in the chat, I'm aware. And so just to see, like, I feel laid back when I watch it. So
yeah,
I've really wanted to get you guys to get some Nest members, Drak and whoever else can make it onto the show because of that. Because I remember, I think it was, which one was the first one I saw? It might have been Thornton. It might have actually been Thornton. And I sat through the whole thing and was just like, oh my god. I started thinking, like, I'd be so angry right now.
I'm trying to remember my first one. I can tell you my funniest one was probably Sophie.
Oh yeah, okay.
The silence of Rhaya when he's doing call outs, he's not doing call outs. Yeah, we've had that happen. I'm sorry, where are our call outs? Like, where are we going? No.
Yeah. No? I'm sorry, I tunnel really, really hard. You need to hold me by the hand where I need to go, otherwise I am in rotation mode.
Yep, that's all that happens. Thanks, Rhaya.
Yeah, that's what I'm there for.
Yeah, so that's been a good meme. Silence of the Rhaya has been very fun. And then Raisin miscalling things.
Silence of the Raisin.
Yeah. Raisins, I thought it was only 3. Oh, I miscounted. 3 plus or minus 3.
That number. 3.
Oh, good. That was a good time.
I like this. I like the quote in chat. Stay. Thank God.
Yeah. Okay, I'm good. He's talking to himself the entire time. Yeah. Stay. Thornton was a lot of. I was watching it a while ago for the best ofs. I was putting things together and I was having a laugh again at them. And then I was remembering like how long I've kind of been doing this, because on the bloopers one, I had my baby when she was just like a few months old. And so I was holding her up to chat and she's just like this tiny thing. And now she's running around everywhere. So I'm like, oh, wow, that's been a long time. But I think a while ago, you guys were talking about our videos on this State of the Realm.
Yeah, we talk about them on occasion.
But it was like back when I was only like at 5,000 subscribers, and I was like, oh, some people know us, and then you guys were like, oh, they're funny. I like that. I was like, people like us. This is great. This is fantastic. So I was very happy about that. So I was like, oh well. Back then, it was still like I'm still such a small name, or I considered myself so small, especially compared to like you and other people who have been around for so much longer and have these established audiences and stuff like that. So I'm like, I'm not gonna reach out. I'm just an annoying little shit. They're gonna just get irritated with me. And then as things started to grow, and then Denmo was the first person that like I talked to. And then we had a collab. I was like, holy shit, Denmo wants to collab with me. This guy who's been doing stuff since 1.0. And like I knew him because Jesse loves his stuff, like all his memes, all his videos and stuff. Like, watch this one, watch this one, watch this one. And so getting to run stuff with him, and then still trying to get a hold of Mary. He's still like, we're gonna do something, man. We're gonna do something. So I'm like, we're going to do something. Tate's been really cool. Larry, obviously, has been a lot of fun. So now just like getting to branch out and talk to people. Frosty's been cool to talk to and be on there when he has us. I love this community. It's been a lot of fun, rubbing elbows and getting to, just interact with people. And just because, like I said earlier, it's really not a lot of people get this line of work. They don't understand what goes into it, whether if they even take it seriously. So having people who are just like able to kind of relate to you, and you can have those complaints and still share those things and then be genuinely happy for you has been really fun, really cool. So, but yeah, so it's been a good time.
I wasn't sure if you were done because I heard the so and I was like, okay.
So is like my trail off. Sorry.
Like, so
Yeah.
Cut. Period.
Hard stop.
Yeah.
It's all right. Mine's a well, you know. And then you got to do one, 2, or 3. And I don't do both shoulders. I gotta be like, just one or the other.
Wrong.
Well, yeah, Slyh pretty much hit all the points. I did tell Slyh, hey, Slyh, just come up with a bunch of things to ask, and then I'll throw in stuff, and then we had exact overlap. That's what ended up happening. Good job, Slyh. You wrote this week's show notes.
But I have to write the freaking show notes for myself, and I'm like, okay. I'm like Kermit the Frog.
Somebody talk. No one is safe. I'm getting out of here. Yay!
It's like Kermit the Frog in that little typewriter. He's like,
they're talking about you, Eva.
Yeah.
She's still here? Is she still in chat?
I just think of the olive now.
The olive?
Yeah, there's. I see her in chat already.
It's Jack. You gotta point him at it.
Yeah, her and I have. I'm gonna call you out. Her and I have. I don't know really where it started, but we were memeing at each other really hard, and she was doing these. She just keeps doing like Kermit memes at me all the time, or so we just have these Twitter fights where I give her shit, and then she fires back, and then I give her more shit, and then she just sends a Kermit meme at me, and. She was complaining that like I wish I had my online nickname, but Blair used my real name, so I'm just with that now. And so I was like, well, what nickname would you want? It's like, oh, you can call me Master. I was like, let's see, you use a lot of Kermit memes. How about Kermit? She's like, no, fuck you. And then I just stuck with that. And then since we fight all the time, she's Kermit, I'm Miss Piggy.
Does she actually do the voice? She has to.
I don't think she does.
No, she just has to, just go in on it a little bit,
I don't know. I have not heard her do an impression, but I will demand that next time she's on stream.
I'm so glad I brought this up.
Yes. She's put the nail in the coffin for you there, Eva. Yeah, so she sent me 2 different memes of the Kermit puppet with his hands behind him spreading out the hand hole.
Yeah.
And there's one with just the puppet, and then there's another one with an olive. And it's just the painted face and stuff, so it's this gaping red blood.
You gotta do the one where he's watching 2 Girls, 1 Cup. He goes, oh my god, no! Oh, god, what the...
The funny thing about it is, it's really so, it's so close to being Ray Romano at this point.
That's a joke. That's
like, I don't feel like I'm either watching Kermit or Everybody Loves Raymond. Yeah,
yeah, bro. Really let's have sex. There you go.
Told you.
That's pretty much Ray Romano. There you go.
So.
All right.
Good times.
On that note, I think that we can save this conversation, continuing it for the post show.
Yes.
We'll hang out in the chat real quick. I do want to do a quick little bit of announcements before we do everyone's outros real quick. We talked about it on last week's show, Slyh, in the prediction of what would happen when State of the Realm was uploaded to YouTube. Do you want to guess what happened?
Yeah, so demonetized.
Yeah, pretty much got demonetized. It got demonetized for 2 days, and then it was flagged as okay 2 days later. So yeah, so we're officially doing including it in Patreon for now. We have people who can be official sponsors of the show, and we're gonna name them here at the end of the show. I have their lists right here. So there's some people, Slyh, who are sponsoring the show who didn't give us their name, so we can only thank so many people. So we're gonna be working on some other stuff after this as well. But we have TinColossus, who is a standard sponsor. We have the entire Phoenix Down free company on Goblin, apparently.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. We have Obai Belshamsi. We have Serren from Zodiark. Those are all standard sponsors. Then for elite sponsors, we have Darklight2013, Remil Gaming, and Kiltastic Jones. they wanted to be sponsors of State of the Realm, and we're going to be doing a bunch of fun stuff in the future because we are not taking this off YouTube and we're not delaying it until YouTube fucking says, yeah, you know what, that's fine, 2 days later. We're not doing that, Sly.
But thank you so much for all of your support, everyone.
What are you doing?
Everyone.
Yeah.
Well, Happy talks to Aloha.
Well, he started scratching my friggin' chair like an asshole, so I picked him up. That's what he fucking gets. Yeah, now you want down. All right.
Wait, Happy. While you're there, do me a favor.
Yeah.
It's like hold Aloha in your lap. Like turn your chair around and do a little James Bond Blofeld while like.
No, he doesn't want it. He doesn't want it. He doesn't want it. Look at him. He does not want to be held right now. Aloha. Stop scratching the chair. You got it? Okay, good. Go.
All
right.
Good. I was hoping to get a Blofeld.
There's no way. He won't stay still long enough for it. All right. So, with that out of the way, we'll do further announcements about that when we have more information about stuff that's going to be going on, like maybe some merchandise, maybe Sly's face on a shirt.
No.
Nice art. Art. We get you in the gold subligar with a dragoon spear. It's going to look real good.
Nice.
Of course he wants you with no shirt on.
Co-sign on that, Ryan. No.
Nice.
I'm for this. I support this.
You haven't even seen
my, we could sell muffins. Perfect.
I mean, as long as you're on Lollifeld, I think it's fine.
We can sell muffins. You haven't even seen
my subligar, like, glamour back in the day.
Stop doing this while you're saying that.
That's all it was. It was just me in the subligar. Everything else was, like, I was just naked, and I was only wearing the subligar.
I want that out of context, anyway.
Yeah, that was, like, it was. I called it my Terry Crews glamour because I looked like Terry Crews. Like I was selling Old Spice.
Racist. Anyway.
Racist? I'm black. How the fuck is that racist without black?
Saying all black people look like?
Know what racist means at this point, Happy.
So you're saying all black people look alike? Is that what you're saying? Because that's why it's racist. Anyway, on that note,
oh god,
that's what you're making it sound like right now.
Just go Happy.
All right, thank you for joining us this week, Drak and Rhaya. Rhaya, we're gonna go. I have it from the bottom right, so we're gonna go bottom right. We're gonna go like reverse order. So Rhaya, why don't you tell everyone where they can find you at? Oh, I can do it on this scene too.
I mean, really, you can find me at Lobbyist server and through Discord and whatever. I'm like Rhaya there, and then on Twitter at Rhaya. It's pretty much the easiest way to find me.
Rhaya.
Oh my god.
Rhaya.
Why though?
All right, and let me make sure I have this set up correct. Okay, yes I do, because sometimes with these I always fuck them up. Drak, where can they find you at, my man?
You may find me on Twitter at Draconus or at twitch.tv/Draconus. And if you're interested in checking out any of our Patreon stuff, that is Drak Gamestein, as well as the YouTube channel. So on both YouTube and Patreon, Drak Gamestein, Twitter, and Twitch, Draconus. So yeah, hope to see you guys hanging out.
Enjoy some Nest content. Where you guys? It was 3 days ago. The Susano and Lakshmi. Was that the last? Was that the most recent one? Because that's the most recent one I saw.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, that's the most recent one, and then we've got a couple in the works right now. My wife is actually helping me lately, so it's been very helpful.
That's lovely.
Nice.
Sly, where can they find you at?
You can find me on twitch.tv/Slyh, aka Greyfox. You can find me on Twitter at Slythefox, Instagram at Slyh, aka Greyfox07, Facebook at Slyh, aka Greyfox, can't speak, youtube.com/The Velvet Room. Haven't done a lot of YouTube stuff, but I will be working on some stuff leading up to Danganronpa V3, so please look forward to that. Hi. And you can find me on Behemoth, Plot 14, Ward 5, The Lavender Beds, Cool Kids Table. You can come sit with us, please do. If you're thinking about doing a server transfer, keep Behemoth in your heart and mind. We will welcome you with open arms. Where can they find you?
You can find me, Mr. Happy1227, Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. And PAX West is soon. I'll be there. Be on the lookout for my schedule. I'll have meet and greets. I'll have streams. It'll be a good time. I hope. I don't want to get sick. I really don't want to get sick.
Oh, PAX Pox.
It's too busy. And this Friday, I'm going to see Hodge Twins live comedy stand-up. I can't wait for that. I want to talk about that when we come back, because I fucking love those guys. If you don't know who they are, YouTube channel, Hodge Twins. Please, do yourself a favor and look it up. I promise. You will not be disappointed. But anyway, on that note, we're going to move on over into post-show for the next several minutes. So thank you again for joining us, Drak and Rhaya. Ladies and gentlemen, we will see you next week. And until then, take care.
See you next week.
Oh, what happened to the intro? It's all messed up. So one of them did get messed up. One of them undid themselves. The outro did it for some reason. It changed itself back. I don't know why that's been happening, but luckily, all I have to do is that. There you go. And now it's working. That's